Have you ever made a mistake? If the answer is yes, you're a normal human being. If the answer is no, you're a great liar. The definition of a mistake is an error in action, calculation, opinion, or judgment. It's a misunderstanding or misconception. What I want to talk about today is that you shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes. Making mistakes will help you learn. By making mistakes and searching for an answer to the question, what's the problem? People tend to learn how not to make the same kind of mistake. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, failed a few hundred trials because of small flaws. In other words, not making a mistake is a big mistake. Life isn't about avoiding mistakes, but rather embracing the idea that mistakes will come your way. And being willing to learn from these mistakes. Let go of your fears and allow yourself to really experience life. Ah! Do you think the computer that you're using at this very moment was made in the first trial? Of course not! The inventors of computers, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, failed 17 times building an old Apple I. Let's see what Steve Jobs has to say about this.
Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act. And you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. You know, with people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
If you don't make mistakes, how can you expect to grow and evolve as a human being? How many of you get stuck because you allow the fear of making mistakes to paralyze you? How can we expect to learn anything new if we don't let ourselves to make mistakes? Making mistakes will help you learn. Don't make a regrettable choice because you're afraid of making mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn something new, though that's an easy statement to make when you're trying to comfort someone, and a much harder one to accept when you're the one in the wrong. But that doesn't make it any less true. There's a reason why we remember so remarkably well that the brain slips and the poor judgments call we make from time to time. We can learn from them. Go out there and make mistakes.